Alright guys, welcome back to the CUBIST MTG. This is where we are practicing sealed. So this is the sixth and final deck that we will be building off the powered vintage cube that I have built. We're going to open these 6-packs and see what we can build. Next video will be revisions, so while you're watching these videos, if you have any idea of how to make them better, message, email, comment on Reddit. We're going to make some changes and then we're going to play some. If you watch some of the other videos, you might notice right around here a little bit of a change. I busted out my kids' Legos to help with one of the complaints that I've gotten is that you can't see the cards very well, and I don't know how to edit them in yet. So you'll see how this works in just a second here. So we're going to go off to pack one right here. All right. What we have is Mox Jet. Perfect. Now this is exactly what this is for. Whenever we see a card we like, we throw it up here for you guys to be able to see a little easier. Mox Jet is definitely going in the deck. The power of Moxes is very huge, and when you can have them in your deck, they go in every deck. So that's going to be great. Elspeth, starting off with a couple Planeswalkers here. We have Liliana, Geist of Saint Draft, which used to be a big card when it was in Standard when I played, but it's kind of lost its luster recently. Cultivate, which is good. Maybe we'll take this off here now. We're going to throw up Kozilek because Kozilek is a big bomb, and maybe that's going to be where we're going to go to catch some creatures. Whisperwood Elemental, not a huge fan. Vindicate, that's okay. Progenitus, I mean, if we have Sneak Attack, maybe we could cheat him in. Other than that, he's not going to get played. Firestorm, not too bad. Treachery, amazing, amazing, amazing card. Hard to build a deck around, but if we can get it there, we'll get it there. Next, we're going to go Nicole Bolas, which is a strong Planeswalker. It's just hard to cast, but if we're in that vicinity, we're going to check it out. Genesis Wave, which is cool. Conceive Connect, or Conceive Connect, I don't know. Weird card. And Garrick. All right, I'd say out of that first pack, Kozilek is definitely the shiner besides the obvious Mox Jet. We'll go into pack 2 here. All right, going into pack 2, we got Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal is a great card. It's used in Legacy right now for a lot of decks like Storm. It's just free mana, which is always good. I chose not to throw in the Spirit Guides in this deck, so that's about the only card that runs like those, but you know, it's pretty good. Compulsive Research, blue is always amazing. Oh, and there we go. We're gonna take you down here, bud. We're gonna go Black Lotus right here. This is my all-time favorite card. I mean, you can tell by the play mat, but Black Lotus is gonna get us there. That's going to be the hugest card in it, so now we're gonna definitely go big mana. Condemn, not bad. Woodfall Primus, that's interesting. We do have that Genesis Wave, so who knows what we're gonna do there. Blood Crypt, it's the first land we got in. That was weird. Usually I'm stacked with land by now. First pack in. Fauna Shaman, okay. Seething Song, which helps with the big mana. Deep Analysis, which is a great card. Tattermong Maniac, not too hot. Garrick, second Garrick, he's okay. Shieldred, ooh, that's interesting. Who knows, maybe we'll crack a couple Reanimate stuff. Remand, great card. Maelstrom Pulse, and another Emerald. Ooh, that's going to be good. Now that's our third piece of power we got going on currently, so I think that's going to be the route we go in when we go into pack 3. I think it's going to be big mana. We're going to have some crazy stuff going on. Memory Jar, that's an interesting one. It isn't one of they have a archetype in Cube called Draw Sevens, and it's, you know, cards that let you basically either discard your hand or do something with your hand to draw 7 more. Memory Jar. Wheel of Fate's another one. They consider Grizzlebrand another one too, but this could be interesting. I mean, for 5 mana, we get to do it to both players, which is a form of disruption if you think they're playing control. Plateau, which is good. Tameo, which is awesome. Ravages of War, which is okay. Young Pyro, we are definitely not going red. Mystical Tutor, this is an interesting one. This will help us a little bit here. Mystical Tutor will let you get the sorcery or an instant. So, well, I didn't even look at the next card, but Time Walk. Yeah, we're going to have an interesting deck here. This is a lot of power in 6 packs. So Bloodghast, not too hot. Char, eh. Library of Alexandria, that's pretty good. And oh yeah, here's another one of these draw 7s. This is a stacked few packs right here. Time Twister, another draw 7. Sorcerer's Spyglass, which is good. Coalition Relic is huge. This is a great card. Brain Freeze. You know I like to Force Storm a little bit, so might go there. And Signet. This is gonna be an interesting pack. This has a very high power level, but we'll go into pack 4 and see what else we're gonna crack out here. Shriekmaw, not too bad. Armageddon. Nah, I don't think we'll play that. Imperial Seal. That's a good one too. Any of these tutors, this will help facilitate, you know, maybe like a some kind of combo deck, such as, you know, with this right here, 1,000-Year Storm. This could be where we're going. 1,000-Year Storm can be good with all the draw 7s. We can ramp into it very quickly. We'll just see if we kind of have like a finisher. Goblin Electromancer might help us get there. Snapcaster for sure. Smuggler's Copter, I haven't been won over by yet. You can consider this another piece of power 10, we'll call it. But Jace the Mind Sculptor, super good. Living Death. Spinal Bluff Canal. Felden, Gifts Ungiven. That was a late edition. A lot of people don't like that in their cube. On-Color Signet, Bloodstained Mire, and a Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan's kind of interesting because with the Genesis Wave, let's talk about Genesis Wave a little bit here. You get to reveal the top X cards of your library, and if we have tons of mana, that will allow us to put in a lot of numbered permanents cards with converted mana cost less than X or less, and then put them onto the battlefield. Then put all cards revealed this way that weren't put into the battlefield onto your graveyard. So if you can ramp up to like 10 mana, we can throw in 7 cost mana, throw in like a Primeval Titan or something like that. And with the Moxes, that's going to be pretty easy to do really quickly. But we'll see how that goes. But it's permanent, so if we're running a lot of spells, we might not want to do that. Leonin, whatever. Trash. Duretti. Not a fan. This might be good. I wish we had Fast Bond or something. Ooh, Sneak Attack. Okay. Sneak Attack might be the card that we actually look at here. With all the Moxes and the Black Lotuses, we actually can Sneak Attack in quicker than normal, so we could get Kozilek out really quickly or something like that. Banisher Priest is okay. Fact or Fiction is a great draw spell. Brainstorm is a great draw spell. Karn, New Karn, we'll call him. He's okay. Mystic Snake, not my favorite. The other Liliana, I haven't really played with much with her, but I said in another video that the other Liliana was the best Liliana. But we'll stick with that. All right, Thran Dynamo, Moat, Wildwood. Ooh, another Lotus. Okay. Ooh, Tremors too. Deal X damage to each creature without flying. If X is more, then destroy all artifacts. If X is more than 8, then put an 8/8 in. That's okay. Lotus Bloom, we'll probably play that. Now we got both Lotuses if we don't get the Gilded in this pack. But all right, final pack, and then we're gonna go to some deck building. Let's check it out. Okay, Venser used to be really good. Reanimate, that's sweet. Arcane Artisan is amazing, and so is Consecrated Sphinx. This deck is going to be absolutely bonkers nuts. I think this is going to be one of the best decks that we've made out of all 6. Purely based on the fact that we have very high-powered cards here. And this can happen with your cubes, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. You just have to know how to use the pieces, which I'm afraid I might not know how. So, Pentad Prism, Ajani, Lantex. I used to have that card when I was a kid, and I didn't understand how good it was. Cabal, Minion, Braids, not too hot. Dreadbore, Edric, yeah, whatever. It's sad, but when all of these cards come up, they seem a little lackluster compared to everything that we're doing. Grim Tutor, and a Damnation. All right, so this is gonna be a fun deck build. So we're gonna crack this thing away. We're gonna go down here. We're definitely playing Consecrated Sphinx. I think that we're gonna have to go big mana, Sneak Attack. I wish we had better things for Sneak Attack, but you know, this is what we got. So Sneak Attack, let's look through red to see if there's anything else worth playing. Seething Song, I don't think is going to be good enough. We just have better. So that's okay. We'll just splash for Sneak Attack, which we can do because we have some decent lands. So we have Spinal Bluff Canal, which is great. Bloodstained Mire, which will get us red if we need it. Plateau. Blood Crypt is also very good. Only because I believe that we will be splashing in for those tutors that we saw in like Imperial Seal. We're going to want that. Next, we'll go check out green. Now, with Sneak Attack, you want big creatures. So we could risk it by playing Woodfall Primus and Primeval Titan, because you can sneak those in for 1 red mana and just get the damage in. And when you have good enter the battlefield mechanics such as Primeval Titan, which is you get to search for 2 land cards, but that's when he comes in and when he attacks, and with Sneak Attack you get haste, so that's very good. And then Woodfall Primus does something very similar, but when it comes into play, destroy target non-creature permanent, but it has persist, so when it goes to the graveyard we get it right back too. So I think those are 2 good that we can't not play them. Blue is going to try and get us there, so we want to make sure that we have cards that support finding our pieces of our quote-unquote combo. So Brain Freeze, Fact or Fiction, Gifts Ungiven, Jace, Snapcaster, Time Twister, Mystical Tutor, Time Walk, Remand, Deep Analysis, Compulsive, and we'll probably go Treachery. Just to name a few. We'll just take out all the good blue cards. I think this is going to be too slow, even though it's very good. We're not going to need it. Compulsive Research, we can discard a land card. We're going to be drawing a ton of cards, so that's going to be fine. Deep Analysis is super expensive, but if we pitch it and then flash it back, that could be okay. But I don't think we're going to need it. Remand, love that card. Time Walk is a must. You have to. Mystical Tutor, Time Twister, Snapcaster, Jace. Gifts Ungiven, we search for 4 cards. So what would be the 4 cards that we would ideally want? It would probably be Sneak Attack, and that's what they're going to go throw into the graveyard. So we're not going to play that. Fact or Fiction, they're going to separate into 2 piles. I think that's going to be too slow. And then Brainstorm is awesome. We're just going to play that. With the artifacts, we're just going to ramp up super hard. So I don't know how much of this we're really going to want, but we're just going to throw in some of these good cards, and we'll crack it down later. I don't think Thran Dynamo, I mean, it's sad to say, but I think this is going to be too slow. So we're going to get rid of that. Let's check out white real quick. I don't think we're going to be playing too much white. Nah. I mean, Condemn is pretty good, but I don't think we need that. Black, I think we're going to splash this just for the tutors. Possibly Grim Tutor, that might be too slow. Imperial Seal, maybe we'll throw down Reanimate, and we do have Living Dead and Shieldred. I don't think Shieldred's going to work with Sneak Attack very well. No. Living Death, we can, if we have stuff put into the graveyard, we could go, maybe we'll just run, I don't know if that's going to be great. Reanimate might be tough too, because the cards that we're going to be reanimating is a lot of health. And we don't have a real good way to throw them into the garbage, so that's going to be a little rough. This is looking like a 60-card deck. We're not doing that. We're going to ditch 1,000 Year Storm. I think we're just going to cheat in. We got Progenitus. I forgot about that. We're just going to cheat in this Sneak Attack and hope for the best. I wish we had a way to tutor for Sneak Attack, which would be the Imperial Seal and the Grim Tutor, so I guess that's not too bad. But the real question is how many creatures do we want to have in the deck for sneaking out? Because right now we have those 4 and Kozilek. So, I mean, 5's not bad. I mean, that's pretty good for drawing the combo. Now we have to go through and make some hard choices. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 29, 29, 25. So 25 cards, which isn't bad. It would be 15 lands. I think we're going to drop down a couple. I don't think we want Lotus Petal, as good as it is. Maybe we do. Because what's like the best hand we could do? Like a Progenitus, Sneak Attack, and then we need 5 land. So it would be like Black Lotus and a couple of these, 2 of those, and that would be 5 land. And that's a 4-card. 4-card combo there, so that's not too bad. Maybe we will play that. Maybe Coalition Relic is too slow, and maybe the Signets are too slow as well. Because we can just play the blue control game while we wait for our combo pieces. Let's see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 is good. I think it's a little low. The only thing I'm scared about is I don't know if we're going to play Lotus Bloom. Lotus Bloom is absolutely fantastic, but I think it might be too slow. And it's sad to say that because you have to wait 3 turns for it. And there's no way to really cheat it out. So maybe we just throw in a Signet instead. Maybe we want something. Maybe we want Coalition Relic instead. Only because it can cheat us in an extra mana and we can get whatever color we want. This isn't looking too bad. It's very, very high risk, I believe, because if you don't draw any of the pieces of power, this is probably going to lose, but that's okay. It's all about experimenting here. So, the cards that we need to splash for, we're going to have Imperial Seal, Grim Tutor. I really don't think we're going to put any green in. I think those are just for there. But luckily we have like Brainstorm to like put stuff back on top. We want to cast a lot of blue. This is going to be mostly blue-black. Blue-black and red. So we don't need to play Plateau. Blue-black-red. These are great cards for that. Those are great colored there. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. So we want blue, definitely. And we're going to want at least a mountain and a swamp. And I'll get my land cards out like I usually do. Perfect. All right. Why don't we throw in a swamp? 1 swamp. We will throw in 3 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22. We need 18 lands. Um, 18 lands kind of feels like a lot right now. The more that I sit here and think about it, maybe we got to throw on something else to cheat in. I guess we could throw in Urza. Nah. Maybe Memory Jar. We'll just throw in that 17 lands. And maybe we'll go with Facts or Fiction. So 16 lands. 3, 6, 7. We need 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And maybe one more swamp. Yeah, one more swamp. Yeah, one more swamp. All right, that's looking good. This probably isn't the optimal deck for it, but I think this is the kind of deck that I would play for fun. We're really focusing on Sneak Attack and then hoping the Black Lotus and the Jaces and all the crazy power will carry us. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 40. All right, that looks pretty good. This one will probably be the most controversial and fun to play around with. So any options that you have, please comment or send an email. You can subscribe. This will be the last deck we build. Next video will be us revamping the decks based on your guys' comments, and then we will play a couple games against them and see how this does. This is probably my favorite one of all of them. Spoiler, but thanks for commenting, subscribing, liking the video, sharing with your friends. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and we will see you next time.